morning, folks. It's Joe Baker with Trade Pilot Pro doing your daily market analysis and intraday S&P pivots. I believe we have a triple top in place. We can clearly see our first top range on July 23rd came in at the 1292 area. We had another topping pattern here, I think it was July 31st, and again on August 8th. And this is very similar to a what we consider like a head and shoulders pattern. However, they're all equal, so it does represent a reversal pattern. And the Andrews pitchfork, which again is our auto fork, has fired to the downside again on this long candle down, this long range candle here. And it looks like we're clearly in the downtrend now. I do expect a little support around the 1250 area. This would show this topping pattern, this bottoming pattern. It did come down here, and then it came right back up again, down, back up again, and I expect it to come down here. So between 1250 and 1234, we have kind of a no man's land, and I'd be very careful between those two areas. Okay, a break below 1234.75, and I think we'll see some serious capitulation in this market. Probably most likely back down to test those areas at the 25, 18, 12, and 1200 area. This market has proven to be fairly difficult. These top-end patterns, the triple tops, are very, very difficult, meaning that the market has continued to almost do the same pattern where it thrusts up and then sells right off. Thrusts up, sells off, and then thrusts up and sells off. Pretty tough for those that are trying to position trade. I can only imagine the brain damage you have trying to figure this market out. That's why we take things on an intraday basis, and there's nothing more you can do. Take what the market gives you. So at any rate, this is what we're looking for on a bigger scale. Is I'm looking to retest this 1250, and then we're kind of in no man's land down to the 1234. So it's going to be fairly sloppy trading in there, and then underneath we can expect some fairly fast moves to the downside to those big key areas, 25, 18, 12, and 1200 even. All right, now to the intraday pivots. Okay, here we are. Line in the sand is 1267.50. Again, that's 1267.50. Above that, we're looking for higher levels, and we're looking for 72 to be somewhat of a area of resistance. I couldn't put this breakout up here; it's a little too small here. And then we do have a breakout zone at 1273.75, with 1275 right above it. As you knew, we kind of pulled around that area today quite a bit, and that 1275 area is a fairly decent sized pivot. And then we've got 1277.50 above that, so this could prove to be, again, a little bit choppy trade, whereas you have these lines of defense right above you and right below you, so the market can chop in between these areas. This is what happens when the pivots get really close. Above the 1277.50, we have 1281.75 with an ultimate target of 1285.75. Beneath the 1267.50, we have 1263, and then of course another small pivot. Actually, it's there. I have to put them in 1262, so we could get a little bounce area in here and maybe not get quite into the breakdown. And I have a theory of what's going to happen tomorrow. It's just a theory, folks, but I'll go over that with you once I go over the pivots. And then we have 1258.50, 1255, ultimate target 1250.50 with an extension down to 1248.50. The breakdown and breakout areas can be resistance in and amongst themselves, and they can be support as well. So if we have a range day tomorrow, you can expect the market to trade in between 62 and 75, and the market can kind of trade in between these areas because there's really not a lot between the two other than the 72 and the 63. As far as pivots, the line in the sand, of course, is there, but really there's not a lot in between, whereas you can see all the areas of support and resistance are above and below those numbers. So this is really kind of free to kind of trade in between, and we could get that type of action on a Friday, that the market tends to regain a little bit of the strength, and then being sold into, and then being bought on support. So it could be one of those range days. I guess that would kind of make sense after the day we had today to have a range day. So I just want to make just a special note that this is a common occurrence to get in between. The market basically isn't strong enough to get inside these breakouts, nor is it weak enough to get into the breakdown, probably until next week. Again, barring any economic news or anything else, I do expect the market to probably start heading down at this point. The triple top pattern is a fairly highly predictable pattern, and if we do take out again that 92 to the upside, based on some news event that comes out or something positive, I would look to get out of your shorts and probably see a good strong upside move. Remember, the market's job is to take the most amount of money out of the most amount of people and the shortest amount of time. It's very efficient at that. Okay, folks, I will talk to you on Sunday night. Again, you're more than welcome to come and join us in the trading room that we have over at tradingrooms.com. Find us in the premium section under Trade Pilot Pro. And then if you'd like, I do post intraday updates over at the Elite Trader. I have a forum over there, a thread. It just says daily pivots, breakout, and breakdown. All right, folks, take care, and I'll talk to you Sunday night.